Which Don't Starve item would you life-giving amulet? Okay, but seriously, which one would you take? The hambat? The amulet? A torch? There are so many items in Don't Starve that you can take, but today we will be looking at the ones that will make you overpowered, the ones that Clay will nerf in the next update, the ones that uncompromising mud hates. But before that, I need to go through some rules I just made up so that, you know, the discussion isn't just, yeah, I'll take the Angel's Watch so I can live forever. Yeah, that. Rule 1. If it's an item that is character specific, you cannot have it. Why? Because you're not Warley. Rule 2. You can only take one item. This is so you can't break the game Isaac style with only 2 items. Rule 3. We will only be talking about Don't Starve Together. None of the DLCs. What the fuck? Rule 4. The items that you will take will work exactly like they do in Don't Starve. So for instance, if you had the marble armor, it will slow you down if you put it on. But if you carry it, you know, like just in your hands, it will weigh nothing. Rule 5. No structures. You can't pick up an alchemy engine. And rule 6. If there's a real life equivalent to a DST item like a log or like a plank or stones, I guess, you can use them for refueling items or whatever. Like, for example, the lantern. You can recharge this with fireflies. So, if you use real life fireflies, you can recharge the Don't Starve lantern. I don't know why you would want that though. Taking that into account, now all the good items are out of reach. But we still have a few things like the Tam O'Shanter, the Umbrella, the Thermal Stone, stuff like that that you always have on you. You may be saying, well, these items do have durability and they will eventually run out, right? Well, in Rule 4, it specifically states that items will work exactly how they would in Don't Starve. So, say for example you had some duct tape or some sewing kits. You could, I don't know, like, repair them. But there's already items like this in real life, like the Tam O'Shanter. That's literally just, there's a Tam O'Shanter in real life. Although this one does cure your depression, but how does sanity really work? And here we have a problem. Well, there's 2 problems, but you know, how do you translate the free stats into the real world? Well, hunger is easy, it's just how full you are. But what about health? Does it take into account how old you are? How strong you are? Like how Wolfgang gets more health the stronger he is? And would healing items get rid of any illness you have? Actually, no, I don't think that would happen because in Don't Starve Shipwrecked, if you get poisoned and you try to heal that, I don't think the poison goes away. So, yeah, I don't think you can cure cancer. So if you were planning to use jelly beans to cure someone's cancer, all it would do is prolong their suffering. And health would definitely not make you younger. Wonder cannot get younger from just healing. What about sanity? Well, we don't actually have shadow creatures attacking us when we're insane. But Oxford defines sanity as having an ability to think rationally. So what does that really mean? What if you were distracted while working? Could you pop a top hat on and go, whoa, now I can file my taxes better? Or could it just help people with mental problems? Okay, whatever. Let's actually think of something cool to bring. Let's say Glommer's flower. This item will spawn a Glommer. That's it. And what will the Glommer do? He will poop and that's it. That's all he really does. You can also burn the Glommer goop, but how efficient is Glommer goop really? 1 Glommer goop will allow you to make a campfire go to 100%, while a single piece of charcoal will allow you to get to 25% on a campfire, which means a single Glommer goop is 4 times as efficient as coal, or charcoal, whatever, it's the same thing basically. So if a single metric ton of coal can produce up to 2,000 kilowatts per hour, and an average home uses 1,000 kilowatts per hour per year, by the way, this is a year, which means 1 metric ton of Glommer goop can support up to 8 people's homes for a year. I'm not going to calculate how much a metric ton of Glommer goop is and how long it would take him to do that, because 1, there is no unit of measurement unless you scale fish, but You can't compare that to Glommer Goop. And 2, that's just a total waste of my time. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not some map hack guy, okay? But all I'm saying is that if each one of us gets a Glommer flower, we could probably solve the entire world's fuel crisis. We don't know if Glommer Goop emits greenhouse gases. So if it does, and each one of us gets Glommer, yeah, whatever, who cares? One issue at a time, right? How about Chester's Bone? Well, it's just a cool dog, I guess, that can never die. It's not as cool as Mr. Monopoly Glommer here. But how about the different gems? The deconstruction staff would be really funny. You could deconstruct an entire skyscraper. Although, that could probably do a lot of harm than good. How about the star and moon collar staffs? These things should be a godsend to humanity, right? Well, they do literally make an entire mini sun, but these things output the same heat level as a full campfire, and if you use the entire thing, it only lasts 70 days. So it's not as good as just burning someone's house down. But what about weapons and armor? Well, the only actual armor that we could use without it breaking would be the Enlightened Crown and maybe the Eye of Cthulhu masks and shields, as you can repair them with just like mac and cheese in your fridge or whatever. Wait, hold on, why don't we just grab the Eye of Cthulhu summon instead? It would do a lot of chaos, like a lot. There would be a giant eyeball spitting other eyeballs out everywhere. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would die from this. Also, just saying, this thing will randomly target anybody in the entire world. So, it's not like you could set up an arena to kill this. This would go anywhere in the entire world. However, you will have infinite helmets and a bunch of Milky Whites, which isn't used for anything but ice cream. I don't know why you would want that. How about the other spawners like the spider nest? They would probably not do much. We already have silk and monster meat, but that can't really be used for anything as it is poisonous. And because we don't have a crockpot in real life, we can't magically make meatballs out of 3 berries and 1 monster meat. I feel like people would just die from eating this. And what do I think is the best item to grab? Life-giving amulet, probably. Not only do you not have to pay for healthcare, you can just come back from the dead. Cancer? Put on an amulet. Heart attack? Put it on. Old age? Put the thing on. Although you do have to know if you're going to die right then and there. And no, you can't just haunt it after you're dead, because in real life, ghosts don't exist. So is this the best item, or is Glommer still on top? I don't know. Well, that's about it. That's all the items I actually want to talk about. And if you have a counter argument, put it down in the comments and I won't read it. I haven't really gone into any of the new content either because I don't play past like day 20. Also, no, maybe I do know what the best item is. After some serious talks of Siphon, I can clearly determine that turkey dinner is the best